2, 1, go!
All right, we're beginning once again our autonomous period. Red Alliance unfortunately missing one of their cargo in their cargo hub. But however, they're getting a different piece of cargo in their cargo hub, and they are getting their bonus on the Blue Alliance in their part of the cargo hub. And Blue Alliance is getting one of their cubes in the top area as well. But Red Alliance is scoring a lot of cargo for the autonomous period here. Blue Alliance, however, getting it also, and they're getting their special cargoes. Lots of options here, a very close autonomous period as we begin driver.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
We're doing 81 to 85 entering into the teleoperated period, which means it's a very close match as we enter the driver-controlled part of the game. 61-65 MSEC Cuttlefish scoring into that middle part of the car shipping hub, and their partners also scoring as well. Looks like 38-39 is going to start aiming for a piece of cargo themselves. Are they going to go for the shared car shipping hub? Yes, they're going for the shared shipping hub. And let's see, can they drop it? Yes, they can, getting their first piece of cargo in the shared shipping hub. However, the Blue Alliance has a lot of cargo in there, so if the Red Alliance wants to make up and rebalance that shared shipping hub, they're going to have a long way to go. The Blue Alliance, of course, also scoring in their personal shipping hub. The Blue Alliance shipping hub up there at the top and in the middle and in the bottom. These alliances are certainly putting their best feet forward in this match as they're scoring as fast as they can into both shipping hubs. Scoring in the top of the goal on the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance trying to keep up with the Blue Alliance's very rapid scoring. It looks like Team Titanium Talons is on a roll, trying to get their parts scored in. And also 16379 Cookie Bots moving extremely fast, dedicated to filling up their shared shipping hub, stacking those shipping elements up there as fast as they can, but making sure they're outside of the shipping of the warehouse whenever they do it. Blue Alliance scoring as well in their top as we have 30 seconds left beginning the end game, which means these robots are primed and ready. 6165 scoring their ducks off their turntable immediately afterwards, and 11970 scoring a totem on top, and the Red Alliance matching them with one of their driver created things on top of their shipping hub. Looks like we're getting a very even game running into this end game with 10 seconds left. 185 to 175. It's going to be a close match, folks. It could come down to penalties. Unless, can these teams get... Yes, they got their second beacons on the top. That is a very close game. We're going to have to wait and see what the refs say to see who the winner of that match is. Incredible work, teams.
3, 2, 1, go!
All right, as we kick off this match, looks like Delta Force got off to a little bit of a shaky start, but we know they'll make it up in the teleoperated period. Over on the Blue Alliance, looks like Roboctify, they got their preload. Snap also got their preload, and they're going for cycle after cycle. Over on the Red Alliance, looks like Team Titanium Talons, they got their ducks successfully off of the carousel, as did Roboctify. Both are probably going to try to intake it and score. Roboctify not successful, neither was Titanium Talons, but still 74 points for the Blue Alliance. Unfortunately, only 0 points for the Red Alliance going in.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, 93 to 0. We saw Delta Force take a 2v1 last match. Let's see if they can come back and make this match another win for them. Titanium Talons just starting to place freight after freight on that shared shipping hub. At some point in this season, they held the world record with Team 71-72 technical difficulties, and I'm sure they're looking to place that many freight on the shared hub again. Delta Force having some issues with the Blue Alliance not giving up. Roboctify placing freight after freight on the high level of the Blue shipping hub, and Snap battling it out with Titanium Talons for control of that shared shipping hub. These teams are being very smart with their collection, as they're only taking cubes, so because those are heavier and they take up less space on the shared shipping hub, allowing them to be more efficient when trying to fill up that shared shipping hub these matches. Snap and Titanium Talons, both super fast scoring robots. With 70 seconds left in this match, it's 153 to 56. Looks like Delta Force is having some motion again. Let's see if they can get their robot working. We know they can score a ton of points in the end game with their team shipping elements and just more cycles. 13 freight on the shared shipping hub for Team Titanium Talons, and 8 freight on the shared shipping hub for Snap. Roboctify not slacking off either. They already have 11 on the high level of that Alliance-specific shipping hub. 45 seconds left. It's 193 to 72. Folks, let's take a look at this. Roboctify has kept that Alliance shipping hub balanced this whole time. If they can manage to keep it like that for the rest of the match, that's another 10-point bonus right at the end. But endgame starting right now. Roboctify will be placing their team shipping elements on the top of that Alliance shipping hub, as does Snap. Look at them. They're placing it right from the warehouse with that super long 4 degrees of freedom arm. Oh, and they just tip it. But that's okay. The team shipping element is still 15 points. All right, over on the Red Alliance, Team Titanium Talents, they're trying to place their team shipping element on the Alliance specific hub, and they do successfully. 7 seconds left. Roboctify just trying to place it, and they do. That's a double cap. 2 seconds left. Let's see if they can get the part, and that's the end of the match.
1 game.
All right, here we are with match number 32, Autonomous beginning. Teams scoring in their shipping hubs, and one of them on the proper level for that bonus. As you know, the robots do have a randomized position during the Autonomous. If they score their special Cuban, they get extra points for. And the Blue Alliance has just scored in that area, because for this match, it is the middle level. Blue Alliance also scoring an additional cube. That means they've got 4 cubes during their Autonomous zone. Red Alliance, of course, also scoring, unfortunately missing one of their cubes. Looks like we've got 2 parked
Drivers,
robots.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
3 parked robots at the end of that Autonomous period, slightly to the Blue Alliance, which could change very quickly with this teleoperated period, as you see here. Blue Alliance scoring in the side of their shared shipping hub with Team 11970, the Talons here, scoring in that shared shipping hub. Gorilla Bots with their thin robot scoring in their primary shipping hub. Again, now you're seeing that split. All these robots all the robots on this field are very thin. However, interestingly enough, PCM Alchemist has a circular robot. Reminds me a little bit of a Roomba. I hope they don't mind that comparison. That big arm on the top of it that they get to use as sort of a crane. And it's very simple when you can see them driving. They just sort of spin from left to right. They just start and then they spin around, and by the time they spin around, they're outside of the warehouse, and they just get to just go in that shared shipping hub. It's very simple. It's very elegant. 12518, of course, their partner, Almond Robotics, taking the shared shipping hub area, getting a lot of scoring in the middle. While that middle area is a bit easier to score, and it is going to get them less points, which is why right now you're seeing a slight lead for the Blue Alliance, because Blue Alliance is getting more of their scores in the top of the area. With that longer sort of lift arm that the robot Gorilla Bots has. Of course, Titanium Talons continuing to score in that area. As you see, when a lot of robots are like scoring in that center goal, it starts to tilt over more than one side, and it's a little bit harder to tell which team exactly has the overall tilt for that endgame bonus. With only 30 seconds left in the game, that means we're entering the endgame period. Both robots, Blue Alliance immediately moving to get those ducks knocked off, and so is Almond Robotics. But these human players are the ones placing it down. Blue Alliance trying and unfortunately dropping one of their player beacons, seeing if they can get that on top of their system before the top of the shipping hub before the end of the game. Yes, that's 1 stacked on the shipping hub. Can Red Alliance get any stacked on the shipping hub with only 6 seconds left? It's looking unlikely, but they are getting, yes, almost. Do they make it? Yes, every duck off for the Red Alliance.
Red Alliance, are you ready? And Blue Alliance, are you ready? Let's start it up in 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, we'll kick things off. All 4 robots looking to place their freight in the middle level of that Alliance shipping hub. Titanium Talents successfully does it. Let's see if they can get more freight on the high level of that Alliance shipping hub. Oh, they just missed one. But hopefully their partner, Blue Box, is able to get their preload on the middle level. Yes, they do. That'll be 60 points total for the Red Alliance, thanks to just those 2 preloaded freight. Oh, looks like the Titanium Talons go into the warehouse a little too fast and knock some freight out. We'll see if the refs give them any minor warehouse operation penalties. As we end the autonomous period, it's 54-64, only a 10-point advantage for the Red Alliance. Let's see how this match plays out. Titanium Talons, I fully expect them to play on that shared shipping hub. They've been an absolute menace on the shared shipping hub this entire tournament, just doing freight after freight thanks to their extremely quick carousel mechanism. Looks like N1 is going to have some interesting strategy, try to block Titanium Talons from scoring as effectively as they can, but Titanium Talons seems to have absolutely no problem putting freight after freight on that shared shipping hub. Wow, just look at how fast this team is going. Over on the Red Alliance, their alliance partner Blue Box, they're placing more and more freight on the alliance specific shipping hub. They already have 5 freight on the top, but Robo Troopers, they are not cycling. They have 7 freight on the top. bringing up the score for the Blue Alliance. It's 136 to 146, now 142 to 146, just within a couple points. The Blue Alliance is actually pulled ahead now. Let's see how these penalties, the shared hub tipping, and just the work of Robo Troopers and Blue Box plays into the outcome of this match. It seems Titanium Talons has been winning in the pushing battle between them and N-1, but we'll see if that sticks around for the end of the match. With a minute left in the match, it's 172 to 180, another nail-biter match, and that's something we expect from the All-Star event that the Maryland Tech Invitational is. With 45 seconds left in this match, it's 190 points for the Red Alliance to 166 points for the Blue Alliance. Looks like their scores keep shifting around. Could be Freight getting jostled around in that shared shipping hub, or something getting descored over on the Alliance shipping hub. With 32 seconds left, teams are gearing up for that endgame period. We've seen Titanium Talons. They have an extremely effective endgame period, which is what led them to have the world record earlier this season with Team 71-72 technical difficulties. They're scoring that team shipping element and those ducks off of the carousel at the same exact time. Meanwhile, we can see that it's taking 2 robots over on the Blue Alliance to do those same 2 tasks. What's interesting, though, is all the Titanium Talons are doing this. Blue Box isn't really doing much else. They're just waiting in the warehouse, trying to get that park points, and 1 second left. That's the end of the match.
Let's give the countdown now. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we got our autonomous starting here and knocking, unfortunately, that shipping hub a little bit. We'll see what happens there. We've got, however, they've scored in the top element in the top, and also 479 Stoy Fusion scoring in their shipping elements in their shipping hub. You really got to be careful with this autonomous. Make sure you don't mess with the shipping hubs too much, because again, if you push that shipping hub off too much by a certain amount or knock the shipping hub over, that is a big amount of penalties, and you definitely don't want that to happen. Looks like we've got 1, 3, 3, 5, 6 parking in successfully.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, here we are starting the driver control period. 9614 Hyperion also getting moving finally for this area, getting ready to score during that driver control period. That special block doesn't count anymore now that it's a driver control period, but it does still count for those 6 points that you get from scoring in the top of the shipping hub, as they just do that again with a second block. That's right, Hyperion is moving pretty quickly here, trying to get those scores in the top of the shipping hub. On the Blue Alliance, we've got some scoring in the shared shipping hub, but there is more overall scores on the red side of the shipping hub, which means that shipping hub is tilted towards the red side. Blue Alliance, both the robots here are very thin. Those robots are thinly designed to sneak through that side of the field around those PVC pipes. Not the same situation on the side of the Red Alliance, with Hyperion 9614 being a wide robot with a bit more of a gap on it, allowing them a bit of a suspension system that allows them to get over that PVC pipe with little to no problems. Unfortunately, however, that does not allow them to necessarily hit all of their blocks with accuracy in the shipping hub, as they did just miss one of their shipping elements in that shipping hub. Sorry, one of the pieces of cargo. However, they are going to go right back and score again. We've got a slight lead for the Red Alliance coming into 50 seconds, 20 seconds before the end game. That is an alliance that could change, as you see, with some counterplay from the Blue Alliance here. Caught throwing a little bit of difficulty. Stoy Fusion here, making sure that it's a little bit harder for Hyperion to get across into that area. But you have to watch out, because if you stay around too far, it might count as blocking, and blocking is not something you want to be doing as a team, especially as you're entering endgame here, and you got to get over to those carousels and start getting those ducks off. Red Alliance is making no hesitation. Blue Alliance shortly following, getting their ducks off the carousel, and we've got one cap from the Red Alliance of their team marker on top of their shipping hub, and we're about to get a second one here from the Red Alliance with times permitting, and Blue Alliance following up shortly with one of their team markers. A little bit shaky. Can they get that? Yes, they can. Successfully scoring 2-1-0. Looks like we've got a bit of a lead for the Red Alliance as we finish this matchup, but that can change here. Great play for both teams.
Go.
All right, as we kick things off, looks like Team Titanium Talons is the first one to get that preload on the low level. Both teams on the Red Alliance get their preload on the low level. Beachbots, they do as well. This is 4 preloads on the correct level. These are going to be very high-scoring autonomous from all 4 teams. The Robo Kings, the remarkable Robo Kings, are right now trying to intake and score extra freight, as well as the Titanium Talons. Over on the Red Alliance, armed and dangerous, they got their duck off of the carousel and into the Alliance hub. All right, as we end our autonomous period, it is 84-67, anybody's game right now. And as we kick things off, it'll be very interesting to see if the Titanium Talons or Beachbots take the shared shipping hub. Looks like Titanium Talons will take the shared shipping hub. The world record with Team 71-72 technical difficulties earlier this year, and in that match they played the shared shipping hub. So I think this alliance is making the right decision to have the Titanium Talons over on the shared. Beachbots, meanwhile, scoring their first freight on the high level of the Alliance Shipping Hub, and their opponents, Remarkable Robo Kings, not far behind. Actually, they are ahead with 5 freight already on the top. Remember, everybody, those ducks count just equally as freight, as do the gold cubes and silver balls. With 80 seconds left in the match, it's 103 to 117. Very close. It looks like the Blue Alliance has the tip right now, but I'm sure Armed and Dangerous doesn't want them keeping it. Look at Titanium Talons' scoring mechanism. Instead of having a claw or anything, they have a conveyor belt that spins very quickly to get that freight right where they want it. So effective, and that's one of the world's best teams here at MTI. The Remarkable Robo Kings, all the way from Australia, have gotten 5 freight on the high level of that Alliance Shipping Hub, looking to place their 6th right now. They have an amazing turret slide system where they can turn and extend their slides, so they have a lot of maneuverability in their robot design. 43 seconds left. It's 137 to 107. 30 points up for the Blue Alliance. Now a little under 30 points, or a little over 30 points up for the Blue Alliance. But remember, the Blue Alliance is probably going to get this tip. We'll see what the refs say at the end of the match. With the endgame period beginning, Titanium Talons are going to zip right over to that carousel and spin those ducks off while scoring. Let's see if Beachbots decides to score one too. Wow, folks, everybody, let's take a look at the blue warehouse with only 5 freight left. Let's see if the Beachbots are able to clear it out with 13 seconds left. The Remarkable Robo Kings have already gotten their team shipping element on top for 15 extra points, and Titanium Talon scored the orange one on the blue side for 15 points. 2 seconds left in the match, 200 to 119.